Hey guys, and welcome back. Today's video, I've got to say, is going to be a little bit different because I want to talk about what will happen over the next 3 months, 12 weeks if life throws a big spanner in the works and serves up a couple of these bad boys. Because that's just what happened to me this week. A big fat lemon was thrown into my lap, and I've got to say I was a little bit gobsmacked. But before I get stuck into what that was, I kind of want to impart with you this, is that before I set out on this journey, I sat down and I asked myself, do I really want to kind of put myself out there, what's and all, for the world to see? Because it can, in so many ways, invoke public criticism, and I didn't know that if that's what I wanted to do, because I'm not perfect. But of course, I said yes, because when I stood on stage at that gala and I said that I wanted to embrace every single beautiful thing that the world had to offer, this is part of it, because I get to help and pay it forward. And for me, it's worth everything. That's that. So what was my juicy lemon this week? Well, it's actually that I got laid off. And it was a bit of a shock because my contract was not due to end for another 6 months. And I'll be honest with you, Louise from 2017 would have come home, bawled her eyes out, had a woe is me moment, and sat there and thought that the universe was all against her and that this was just bloody typical. Moved forward a whole year, and I kind of was not too fazed. You know, I was sat down and I looked for the positives in the situation. And now that I got to work with some absolutely amazingly lovely people, I got to learn some new skills. And this year when I go in for a job interview, I'm going to be 36 kilos lighter, I'm going to have more confidence, more abilities, and I'll probably get the job of my dreams, whatever that job may be. So there is a lot of positives that can come out of a situation like this. And also that it now gives me a little bit of time to kind of channel into doing the challenge itself, and also into making these videos. So you're probably thinking, Louise, this all sounds too positive to be true. You know, there's got to be some negatives in there, and of course there is. Financially, I'm going to be pretty destitute, and it also puts into jeopardy my trip back to England in September, and that trip for me is so important. So why am I sharing this? Why am I going through this? And the reason being that over the next few weeks, there might be a couple of people that have a similar situation where life just seems to want to derail you. And it could be that you get an injury, it could be that your kids are sick, it could be that you've already got a holiday booked for like 2 weeks off on a cruise. I wish. And what I want to implore you to do is look for the positives in that situation. If you do have to go away, at least you're going to come back super refreshed and ready to hit the gym harder than you ever did before. If your children are sick, you can still work out at home. Yes, you're not going to get the points for it, but you're still going to be fitter and stronger if you commit to your goals. If you have an injury, say like your ankle, speak to the ladies in gym and they'll be able to give you a whole different workout to work your upper body, or vice versa. So what I want to say is, don't use these negative situations that happen in life to be completely derailed and fall off the wagon, because if you do, it's so much harder to get back on. So my advice this week, if life gives you lemons, make lemon chicken. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.